Hey everybody, it's me, your boy RJ. Here to show you how to fix an AC in a GM Chevy truck, Suburban Tahoe. When your AC's going and it has that auto AC, it sometimes will act up and like you'll be listening and it feels good, and then you get this like, what do you think, like a whoosh sound, and it kind of like sounds like something kicks in and then it doesn't blow for a little while. Sometimes it comes right back, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to hit the snowflake for the AC button off for a minute and come back on, and sometimes you'll hit it off and then it gets better. And this is the AC control cycling switch, okay? And it controls through here by feeling how this is temperature wise, whatever. The AC pump, the
condenser,
not the condenser, the AC clutch cycling on and off for the AC. I'm just having a brain fart, okay? So what you're gonna need is a 5/8, and you're gonna want to go with this GM genuine part. There are some that are a little cheaper. How much was this one? 20
something.
20 something. There's like $10 ones, but I like to go with the originals when I can if they're not too crazy over. So before I pull it off, actually, I'm gonna pull the clip. So as you can see, it's just a 2-prong style clip, like on a temperature pressure solenoid. It's basically kind of what it is. So you got a little clip here. It's just plastic. You're gonna get your fingers in there. Maybe a small screwdriver or something. Pry it like this and wiggle. Gentle. It's plastic. See it? There you go. 2-prong. It's got a little shape like 2 ridges. Oops. It's 2 ridges, so you know which way it goes. You can't put it on backwards. Look at that. Okay. Can you hold that in your pocket or something? Ready? So it's all it's going to take is a 5/8 wrench. Just take it, turn around, and you can hear a little pressure sense. It has an O-ring in there, so you do not have to clear vacuum your system again after this. But it will release a little bit of Freon because it goes through there. There you go. Hear that pressure? Oop, and it pops out. As you can see, it's got like a nipple that goes in there for that. And the new one. Okay. They do not come with a new O-ring, so your O-ring is right here. It should be good. You can leave it. See it on the side? Can you see that? I do have O-rings in there. Are those AC O-rings? I'm gonna go see. I got a whole multi-pack of standard Dorman O-rings. I'll put a link to it. And I'm gonna do. Let's try a guesstimate here. Okay, that looks like it's probably it, which is a 5/16 interdimension half outer. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like the dimensions are 3/8 interdimension by 9/16, but it is not 332 width, it is a 1/16. So if you can get a 3/8 by 9/16 that is 1/16, you'll be alright. So here's what I got. So this is the rear one. This guy is 5/16 by 7/16 outer, but with 1/16, which if you can see, the rubber is the same dimensions, but the actual washer's not. So the washer is that guy. Would you agree? Same? Yes? That's it. But then not dimensions. So this is the 3/8. This is the 5/16. So yeah, it's a 3/8 inner dimension by 9/16 outer dimension, but with a 1/16. Okay? And it may not be a 9/16 outer, because if it's a 1/16, it'll be less. So we're gonna put the existing washer back on our O-ring, because I do not want to have a leak problem. Mine seems okay. And if we get that fatter one, what can happen is the sensor won't go back on the cycle switch. So we're gonna gently, slowly put this guy back on. Alright, so we got that. Where's the new sensor? Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. It's probably gonna hiss again because see, there's a O-ring in there, or what's it called? Valve, needle valve. What's it called? We can't think of like a tire inflation valve, but it's not an AC valve. Sorry guys, brain's not here. You know what it is. I'll go see it in a minute. I have some. I actually have them. I just don't need it. Okay, let's close this guy back up. So it may not be standard. It might be metric, and you might be okay. That don't buy that one. It did not have the size we need. It might be a metric, and that's why we didn't have the right sizes that matched. What this is going to do is fix that problem where the AC is going and then you hear like a sound. And it starts blowing like warm, but still blowing the same. But then comes back on a few minutes, or if you turn the AC off for a second and then come back on. And it's the clutch, I guess, shuts off, cycles on and off. I don't know. But we're hoping this is the fix. I think it's going to be the fix. And we might have to sit here for quite a few minutes for it to see if it'll do it. It doesn't do it at all times. Yesterday it was doing it. The whole AC was running fine until we hit about 70 miles an hour, and then it stopped. But then if I let go of the gas, it came back. It was weird. But it's not a vacuum. It's this. Very gentle. I'm just not trying to over tighten it. So, not a lot of room to move, but I don't want to break it. Tighten it back on. I think we're going to stop once I get this just turned over to where it was. I will weigh a little to where the connector was before. All right, so we'll try to get this bad boy back on. It was just fine, the right size. Am I squishing it too much, maybe? Look, we're there. That's about where the connector was. I'm gonna take it. It's right here. Where's that? You see it? Okay, so bring this up here. Same situation. Back side, like it was. Gently push it on. Wiggle a little. And we're on. That should do it. We're going to test it here. Also check out my orifice. That fixed my AC problem where my AC wasn't working at all. I just stopped. And the orifice tube was all clogged. I'm going to post that here in a day or two once I edit it. So I have that guy and that guy. Maybe you have the same kind of similar problem. But my pressure on both of them was fine. It was like, you're rolling fine. These problems is you run a vacuum pump on here and you're like, I'm running exactly 50 PSI when it's 100 degrees out here, 50, 55. So I don't know what's wrong. And this stuff seemed to running, and that will be your issue. These are the little easier fixes you can do sometimes. A lot of time, you'll just be low on Freon though. And that's how you check with the vacuum pump to see it. You say leave this open?
Yeah, to see, make sure it's not leaking or something.
Yep, yep. You got the keys. I'm gonna go turn it on. All right, we ran it for about 15 minutes while sitting still, and that's when we had the most problem with it, is it would sit and run for a while, but then it would start going and start blowing hot. And then we hit the snowflake button, the AC button, that's like the third over. I'll show you in a minute. And immediately went to hot, whereas the other day we'd hit it and it got colder and it was acting up. So we think it's got it fixed. We never drove around, it just kept getting colder the whole time. So that's gonna be it. I'll put a link to that part. I'll try to find a O-ring kit that has the size you're gonna need. If I can find one online, I'll put a link to it as well. The video helps, hope it does. Please like, subscribe, it really helps it during these times. As always, I'm RJ, sees the day each and every day, and check back for this orifice tube in case you want to do that. If you're at 200,000 miles, this many years old, you're probably gonna have it, and it's right here. You know, when I show the video and show you what happened to mine and what it was supposed to look like, the new one I put in, you're like, yep, that's why it was no longer pushing AC when we were driving on hot days. The pressure couldn't get through. And that fixed my AC completely, and then this was just intermittently kicking on and off, and I think that's gonna fix it. but it wasn't off. If we pushed the button off and then back on, it came back on. I think that's it, right? We got a whole bunch of videos on this Chevy. If you're having AC issues, I have a vacuuming out your system, checking your Freon, all that, and how much Freon you put back into here. I think it's what, 26 ounces for this one? Something like that, I don't remember. I got a video, check it out. Got videos for everything. All right, that's it. Merry Christmas, bye-bye.